This video today is QA expert talks with Kelly Ortberg, the new CEO at Boeing, who is on the other coast in the Virginia area at the corporate headquarters of Boeing. When you remove the corporate mentality offsite, so far offsite, there is really a problem of disconnect. Robert Kelly Ortberg. My name is Daryl Guberman. I am the CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm in Connecticut. I am now in Washington State, where, if you forgive me, don't forgive me, I'm going to tell you, you should have been. You should have been at the sites of all the picketers, patting backs, shaking hands, and being personable. This is not the Marines anymore. I appreciate your service, but you're thinking as a captain in the Marine Corps rather than a leader of a large company. You cannot run an organization like it's the Marine Corps. It just doesn't work that way. You have different minds, different opinions, different things that you have to deal with. And it appears by you going over into Virginia, giving giving interviews, that the change in culture that you want is diminished by you being there rather than being here in Washington State with me as well. I have something to read to you from Sun Tzu. He wrote the book. I'm sure you probably, being an officer in the Marine Corps or any officer whatsoever in our military, this is a basic book. At one time, it was a must-read at Hyde Park, New York, okay, with the military school. I came here because I saw David Calhoun give his speech, being inquisitioned. And in June 18th, I was there. I was also there supporting Sam Salapar, the whistleblower for the 777, 787. My suggestion to you, as a quality control expert in the field, my background being aerospace, medical implants, printing and plastic distribution, and materials. But the plastic distribution, we dealt with all the industries. I would suggest you bring back the fuselage from all three other countries other than the United States and have it built in-house here. Because with composite material, you just can't expect it to be like a Revell model and all the pieces are going to fit together and all the pieces are going to be quality. The standards are different, even though you may put Boeing standards out there with people manufacturing. You have it all in one house. It is one fuselage. If you have it dispersed, you're going to have problems with form, fit, and function. And eventually it's going to bite you in the ass. So I'm going to read this to you, Kelly. And I know you were you were the leader of Rockwell, and you're the father of the MCAS system that killed 340 plus people. And those souls that were killed violently are all in you. I don't make it, how can I even say this? This is like, the 21st century, science has like debunked a lot of this mess, but that comes from Europe, comes from relatives, comes from all kinds of different nationalities about what happens when somebody dies violently. Their soul is not at rest. I put in after watching David Calhoun, are you kidding me? I put a 42-page document together to become either the CEO, which I would rather have you do that, or the head of quality, which you really need that. I'm not here to say that I am the best and the brightest at what I do, but I can take the initiatives that I've built over years in quality and disseminate them amongst the 130,000 employees at Boeing. It does it take one man to move a mountain. And all it has to do is no risk, no reward. No risk, no reward. You do not me. Ask Stephen Mullencuff for my booklet. I sent out, I think, 11 of them, certified mail. I got the return cards request back, but nobody ever responded. I do this because I marvel since I was a kid at the B-52 bomber. And they're going to be flying that beast till 2075, I heard, because I don't think they trust other technologies that are coming online. That bird is built very well, and it was a quality-based bird. I know materials have gotten different, technologies have gotten different, make it thicker, make it thinner, but it's going to be stronger. I saw that when I visited the Boeing Museum and saw the fuselage of the 787, and it was graphite, right up my alley. That's my background. I figured that I could bring that on board too, because I have hands-on, unlike an engineer, where everything is computer, theoretical, this or that. Very rarely does the engineer touch the material. It's the QA guy. It's the manufacturing individual who's laying it up. These are the people that these are the people that are most qualified when you have a defect or discrepancy within that part. They can give you the analysis and what the repair criteria should be. And it's up to the engineer to decide, is that the good repair? But at least it's a start. Kelly, I did not come here just to come here. I came up here because Boeing's quality has been in the trash for 20 plus years. From the American National Standards Institute and the American National Crediting Board, that Boeing has constricted the ability for others to compete within the field of quality certification. And I'm telling you this, I've been doing this stuff, certifying companies, for 12 of my 13 years back in Connecticut. I do it throughout the country. And when we have an issue with my cert and a Boeing supplier, what have you, a part of Boeing's huge, I usually show up and I give my dispensation and they listen, and my certification is accepted, because with me, I give personal assistance. When you call me, you don't call and get a secretary. And if you get my voicemail, I'll get back to you. And with the modes of communication we have, whether it's email or texting, there's no need to not communicate fully within 24 hours to a customer or prospective customer. So I do this for you, Kelly. And I look forward to hearing from you, because without Daryl Guberman on Boeing's board and assistance, not the board, but as much as being there in a position of power when it comes to quality, then no matter what you do and the initiatives you try, it will not work. I can almost guarantee it. So let me read this to you from Sun Tzu. It said soldiers, but I'm going to say employees. And please forgive me for what I'm going to say here within the context of this, but what I have been seeing with you being in Virginia rather than here during the voting process with IM 751, your cultural changes are not changing. You're just like David Calhoun and Dennis Muhlenberg. You have changed nothing. You only show the employees your lack of interest by you being in Virginia. And you have Daryl Guberman over here in Washington, who flew 3,000 miles to get here from Connecticut. Regard your employees as your children, and they will follow you into the deepest valleys. Look upon them as your own beloved sons and daughters, and they will stand by you even unto death. If, however, you are indulgent, which you were purchasing a house, by the way, or even going to Virginia now, but unable to make your authority felt, kind-hearted but unable to enforce your commands, and incapable, moreover, to quelling disorder. That was the strike, and then now they're rejecting the contract. Then your soldiers must be likened to spoiled children. They are useless for any practical purpose, and that's because of the aura you put out. I'm going to leave it here, Kelly. I really look forward to hearing from you, because without Daryl Guberman assisting you, helping you, bringing the reputation of the company back, I will be the person who makes you look good, because right now, you don't look too good, honestly. 203-556-1493. I thank you.